Alder Beebe Show out of Dallas, Texas. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine. Well, I'm talking about something that I want my audience to pay close attention because healthcare costs are always top of mind. And there's new data that shows nearly half of all Americans are worried about affording this care. And today, joining me is Amy Jordan from UnitedHealthcare. Amy, is there a true concern about people wanting to or being able to afford health care?
Certainly. And we hear this from our members a lot. And we believe that healthcare should be much more simple, much more affordable, and frankly, much more personalized for each individual member's journey. So it's absolutely something that we think is important and we're trying to tackle here at United Healthcare.
Okay, so if it is something that people are concerned about, how do they manage these costs? Or is there anything they can do?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think one of the things that I always recommend for people when they get a new plan or their plan year starts is to first really understand what your benefits include. Understand your premium, your out-of-pocket costs, what you can expect to pay throughout the year, and then start using some of the digital tools and resources that insurers are putting in place to really help with those cost estimations and that provider search. We have a great tool at United Healthcare called Smart Choice, which is very much focused on making it simple and easy for members to find in-network providers, shop for their care, estimate their costs ahead of time, and really make sure that they're understanding what they can expect before they make those healthcare decisions for their family.
I'm going to take this off of one of the platforms where my audience is. This one happens to be Instagram, and the poster wants to know that what is the deal with HMOs and PPOs? A lot of doctors do not want to take HMOs.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think one of the things that members really need to understand with those different types of plan offerings is there's a lot of different reasons behind why a provider may or may not want to have that type of insurance coming through their system. So I would encourage them to really reach in to their individual employers to understand what resources might be best available for them. There's a lot of great information out there as part of their plan benefits and designs to really understand which providers would accept the insurance that they have as part of their plan and really find the best resource for them.
There you go, poster. Okay, so many people overlook vision and dental benefits. Why would we do that if we're getting that in our plan?
It's a great question, and we certainly encourage everyone, if they have those benefits as part of their plan offering, to really make sure they're maximizing and thinking about it in kind of that total health, total person health mentality. So oftentimes we're thinking about these things in silos. You have medical benefits, dental benefits, and vision benefits, but they really work very well together. And so when you're out there getting your biannual dental exam, obviously it's a great opportunity to make sure your gums and teeth are healthy, but it's also an opportunity to potentially evaluate any cardiovascular risk, which can sometimes show up in those dental exams. Similarly, on the vision side, getting that annual vision exam is great for your eye health, but an annual vision exam actually can detect up to 270 different types of diseases through that exam, and it's another opportunity to catch some things potentially ahead of time so that they don't turn into something severe and really make sure you're managing your total health.
Okay. I'm going to take this one from where it's coming from, Facebook. The poster said you're saying about how to manage your health, but we live in a health system. Excuse me, I'm trying to decipher this as I read it. Excuse me for that. We live in a health system that does not support preventive care, so there's a difference of opinion. How do we close that chasm?
Yeah, so I think, we certainly recognize that our health system is not operating efficiently, and we are certainly trying to put a lot of things in place to improve the healthcare system. One of the things about preventative benefits is oftentimes members aren't aware of them. Certainly a lot of plans include preventative benefits, and sometimes though, members can go in, they think they're having a preventative exam, and oftentimes then, they get a bill for something that they thought was covered. So really understanding those preventative benefits, talking with your employer, leveraging the digital tools and resources that you have to make sure that you're understanding what's all included in your plan is a great resource. We certainly think preventative care is incredibly important. We encourage all of our members to do that every year when it makes sense for them in terms of the types of preventative care screenings. So lots of great opportunities to get in front of that physician, and we encourage everyone to not skip those because it's an opportunity to really make sure you don't miss anything.
Today, my guest is Amy Jordan. She's from UnitedHealthcare, and she has taken some of your questions. I see your questions out there, but I cannot get to all of them. Amy, I have one more question for you. When people need to go to the ER, it's usually an accident or something that's come up. That's not a part of our regular doctor visits, like, I'm going to the ER on Friday. How do we make that work for us as far as care, getting billed? What do we do?
ER absolutely has a place in our healthcare system, as we all unfortunately have some of those larger events that happen where you need that kind of, it's an accident or some severe illness, or maybe it's happening overnight and there aren't a lot of resources out there. But oftentimes people think of the ER first for things that are not necessarily requiring that emergent level of care. So think colds, think sinus infections, think pink eye. Oftentimes the benefits will allow you to use something that's much more cost effective, like a virtual visit or an urgent care visit, to really help address those needs in a more appropriate setting. So understanding when you should be going to the ER and when you shouldn't is a really key part of understanding your benefits. And then again, that preparation of understanding where you can go for those times when you aren't necessarily needing that emergent care is really key ahead of time, so that when those things come up, you aren't scrambling to figure out where to go, but you have a plan in place. So absolutely make sure we are leveraging those in-network ERs when you need them, but understanding other options might be available to help you save money as well.
And online, where can we go and find out more information?
Yeah, go to uhc.com to learn more information. And if you are a UnitedHealthcare member, download our app via the app stores to learn more.
Amy, I really thank you so much for this revealing information. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of The Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/Valder Beebe Show. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/Valder Beebe Show and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.